Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you guys how to solve for x in basic quadratic equations. So there are two ways to do this. The first way is basic factoring, and the other way is through the quadratic formula. In this video, I'm going to talk about basic factoring. Now, in order to factor an equation like this, where we have x squared plus 5x plus 6, obviously we need it to be in the form of x squared plus bx plus c equals 0, which is already done for us here, so that is nice. So to start off, let's take our constant c, in this case, and let's multiply it by a. Now, what's 6 times 1? Well, that is 6. Now from here, we want to figure out, okay, what two factors of 6 add up to 5? Well, we have 3 and we have 2. So right away, that will give us 5. So we know this, if this is equal to 5, now we can actually factor. Now, to start off, we know that obviously we're going to need an x here, and then another open, an x. The reason I'm doing this is because if you guys remember foiling, we will need to get an x squared, and obviously we're going to need two x's to do that. Now from here, we can say, okay, so let's take the first factor and add 3. So x plus 3 is our first factor, and then, I'm sorry, let me fix that real quick. And then x plus 2 is our second factor. And this should be equal to 0. Now, in order to solve for x in this case, unlike linear equations, quadratic equations have multiple answers. So we need to set both of these terms equal to 0. So x plus 3 equals 0, and x plus 2 equals 0. Now, solving for x, subtract 3 from both sides, and we will get x is equal to negative 30. Now, if we want to solve the second one, subtract 2 from both sides, and we'll get x is equal to negative 2. Oops, let me fix that real quick, guys. I apologize. Negative 2. Now, what this answer suggests is if I plug a negative 3 into this function up here, then I should get 0. So if I plug a negative 3 into that function, I will get, what's negative 3 squared? That's 9. Then 5 times negative 3, that's negative 15, so minus 15. Then plus 6. Well, everybody knows 9 minus 15 is negative 6 plus 6, that's 0. Now, if I plug in negative 2 in there, well, negative 2 squared is 4. 5 times negative 2, that's negative 10, so minus 10. Then plus 6. Now, 4 minus 10, that's negative 6, plus 6, that's 0. So we know our answer is correct. Now, the question is how does this matter? Like, what does this matter? Like, say if I wanted to graph this, well, you now know the 0 or the x-intercepts. Now, let me just get some basics here. Okay, so we know I should have a 0 right here at negative 2 and at negative 3. Now, this is really helpful as you now know, okay, I know that this function is 0 at this point exactly and at this point. Now, there are also some other roots, but you can't really graph those roots per se, but that's for a different video. But right now, let's also find the vertex, or in this case, the lowest point of the equation. Now, in order to find the vertex, we need to use this formula right here, negative b divided by 2a. Now, what this basically means is, okay, what's 5, negative 5? So negative 5 over, now what's 2 times 1? That's 2. And that's equal to negative 2.5. So I know that here is where I'm gonna, like, let's just say this is roughly halfway. So down here somewhere is where I'm gonna have my intercept. Not my intercept, my vertex. Now, I want you to bear in mind, in order to get the y value, you would plug this into the equation. And once you do that, you will know the exact point. Like, let's just say it's here. And then you could go about graphing it and all that. So that's how you solve for x in a basic quadratic equation. I hope this helped you guys out a bit. So good luck, have fun, peace out.